I've been put on the spot here to, I don't know, reveal a little of myself, a little bit of. Is this good? Is this looking good? Do we look all right? Is the camera on? Okay. Uh, Humor is something that really binds us all together. You know, have you ever watched have you ever watched somebody fall over and get hurt? Have you ever seen someone get kicked in the nuts? Like as a dude, you know that. As a woman, you know different types of feelings. So we have different types of humor. But there's one thing that we all can. It's one type of humor that is, like, we all poop, we all piss, we all. You know, there's always that. And something that a lot of people don't have in their life is confidence. And where does freak? Thank you, sir. Where do we derive confidence from? Where do we derive the ability to? If I might shout out Awaken Brave because he made a video the other day, and he said I think it's one of his earlier videos that he re put online. It said what is the worst thing in the world is it's the inability to express oneself. Like if you felt so without the capacity to just use your humor, to use your I think humor is light. I think humor is love. I mean, you know, lighten up this mood, lighten up the situation. This is why artists and comedians they work in the dark realms, but they use uh, they take those pains or those paints and they create something so beautiful for other people to see. I mean, there's not a lot of people that are really writing poetry out of love and happiness. There's not a lot of people that are really um, seeing, that have vision. The vision of the dark realms is out of darkness you can make lights. Out of darkness we become lights. And so the pain, which is inside of a window pane, or the painting, or the what artists and humorous people, being like the four humors are what? It's let's see, you got wet and dry and hard and soft, or I mean you could say hard and soft, or you could say wet and dry and anybody know the four humors? Maybe I'll just do that as a teacher and just you can go look it up, the four original humors. It's wet and dry and wet and dry and hot and cold is there you go. And how do you become an individual that speaks for the populace, for the people, for the whole fucking thing, for what you are as a being, as it's you confide in self. I have confidence in myself. I have confidence in other people too. That's very important. But how do you adorn yourself? How do you adore yourself with this type of confidence? It's not. It's not like a lot of people. A lot of people they mistake being narcissistic or just with no care, like the cremation of care. If you are familiar with the masonry and the owl, and they go and like, oh, we don't care about anything. No, that's not true. You've gotten tricked. Um, what you're trying to do is you've felt so many wonders, so many pains. You've felt the coldest of cold and the hottest of hots. You've felt the love of loves, and you've felt the hate of hates. But if you want to develop this, uh, hmm, there's a lot of ways to do it. There's many ways to do it. If you were to make a sword, it's called an S word or words. If you want to take your tongue, which is basically a sword, how do you make a sword? You have to heat it up, and you bang on it, and you sharpen it, and you stick it in cold water. And you see the steam come off. You see the mist come off. And then you pull it out and you put it on, heat it up again, and you start to measure it, and you start to shape it. Well, so what's happening there? You're going through this dualistic perspective. Because if you have a sword, you're probably going to duel. So what is the best way to do it? We don't always got to talk it, because we don't talk about shit. We be about shit. I just speak about it because I think it's fun. I think I think there's a lot of gloriousness that can occur by the language that we choose to use. I think we can write things. I think we can, nothing has to come to lead pencils or lead, like shooting someone with a gun or whatever the fuck that is. Even though it has something to do with the to be pencil. To be or not to be? That is the question. Isn't the Shakespeare said this? So what Shakespeare said was, you can use a 2B pencil when you're in the Scantron, writing down that little, scribing in your answer, the 1, 2, 3, 4, like A, B, C, D. So 2B was lead, because it was lead, and that lead was in a pencil. The pencil is connected to the sword in a lot of ways. To tell this story properly, I'd probably need a lot of, how would you say it? Props. People, you ever seen comedians that rely on props? There are some that don't rely on props, but they use them very effectively. And there's two very good comedians that I think most of you might be able to come up with. One is Carrot Top, and the other is, what the fuck is his name? He used to smash watermelons all the time. Anybody know him? So these are two prop comedians, but their comedy didn't rely on the props. Their props just were showing you their comedy was already good. They could have done the same fucking comedy without the props, but they were just giving it to they were giving everybody easy mode on it. So for me to explain to you the Upright Citizens Brigade and their comedy, they tell the story, and I've been telling the story for a long time. Obviously, the story is told in many different fashions. I mean, I'm not gonna give you the my favorite one. You can only do it with certain people at certain times, which is me all the time, for everyone, because I don't really fucking care. But the greatest story ever told is the story of the aristocrats. Sometimes thank you, yes. See, I may even pop the collar because flowers. We sound how flowers, yo. Flowered up, yo. Um, some people might tell the story of the aristocrats and fucking ruin the joke after 15 minutes and say the aristocats. Great movie, nonetheless, either one of them. But if you're very familiar with the Upright Citizens Brigade, and if you're familiar with the storyline, what people are trying to find is confidence in life. The confidence starts with your own capacity to just be self and identify with whatever you are in any single moment. And okay, here we are. And here we are. Oh. How would you go about becoming a more prosperous and confident person, like a being? Confidence doesn't necessarily get you the physical objects. I mean, it really can. I mean, if that's what you desire, but confidence gives you something else. It gives you the feathers of an eagle. It gives you the back of a turtle. It gives you the why do some animals why do they go into the water and they come out and they're dry? Because it's no stress. It falls off. It just falls to the wayside. All of the nonsense, all of the naysayers, all of the bullshit, all of the whatever someone speaks. How can you roast? How can you roast a piece of charcoal? It's already roasted me. That shit, you can't get darker than that. You can't do it. So people that have been through the inferno, well, they call them diamonds, but I mean, diamonds are that's a big joke right there, honestly. So what would you do to find your way to becoming confident within this world, to just be comfortable in your own skin, with no matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, you just go, this is just me. I don't know. I'm here in this little body. I'm like, yeah, I've experienced the world, and you've had different experiences than me. But how do we become that? How do we find what is the essence, the origination point of self, that singular atom which recreated itself to become you, which became everybody else too. They just don't get it. But how do you prove to them? Now, what you could do is you could should I continue this, or should I just get right to the punchline here? Here's what I see. I see a lot of really wonderful people, and while this may be a joke, it might be the truth. It's up to you to figure out whether or not I'm the kind of person that may do what I'm going to express to you, or if it's just for if it's just for effect. I do a lot of things for effect. I do a lot of things because it's fucking what it is. Now, if I wanted to internally, in myself, when I see someone, I have to realize one thing. That I'm one of two things. I'm either exactly the same, I'm just like you, or I'm better than you. Do you really want to walk into a room and say, I'm not the best person here, or I'm not equal? No one wants to feel that way. And there's a way to do this. There's a way to do it physically, in this physical realm, that I can show you. I'm going to show you. Going to show you the greatest joke ever pulled on all of humanity. I'm going to show you who Satan is. I'm going to show you who God is, because it's the same. Depends on if you're looking at heads or tails. I'm going to show you heads and tails. But just put that over there for a second. So, when everybody's out here hooting and hollering and beeping and boxing and doing all the shit to try to, be a peacock. A lot of people are peacocks. A lot of people are peacocking out here. Like for me, this shit is fun. This shit is fake shit. I'll peacock on the street. But most of the time, I could wear, gray pants, gray sweater, gray hat, and people still notice me. They can still see because the shine is bright. But how everyone can have it. See, I give away the shine. This story right here. Some people might find it as silly and stupid, but I'm trying to give the shine away for free, just like the sun. The sun is out there. The sun is right there. And it's beaming down on everyone saying, here is information, here is the truth, here is the light, here is why plants grow, here is why you can see. And people put sunglasses on, and they put all the extra shit on, and they cover up, and they get inside the house, and they do all this. But how would you go about observing your own light? You'd have to first understand what death is, and what filth is, and what like the dirt is, and what the soil is. So, I know right now, to the people that know this joke or this story, I'm kicking the fuck out of a dead horse right now. I'm just leading people on into this abyss of silliness. Because if you know the joke, and if you know what I'm going to do, well, then you're one of the blessed few, the few that know. But if you don't know, it's fucking hilarious. Here's why I speak the way I do. And I'm just going to go right to it, because I know I've 13 minutes in here. I think I've told the joke long enough where people are like on the edge of their seat wondering what they say, Zen, what do you do? Why do people love you and why do people hate you? Why are you so confident? Why do you have so much of the balls that you have? It's for one reason, and I'm going to show you. Because what I do is I just take a penny from my ass. I take a penny from my ass, and I put it into a chain. I put it right into the, and then when I have to go pay a bill, I put the penny in someone else's hand. And then I know that someone has been handling my ass pennies. That I have a penny in my ass that now is in everyone's hand in the entire, like, as soon as he handles it, put it in the drawer, goes to the bank, maybe it goes to the other person that, like, they're paying somebody, like, oh, they're just $5. Now, there are people that have pennies that have been in my asshole. When I look at someone, I go, my first thought is, this motherfucker right here has handled a penny, a worthless penny that has been in my ass, that they've been digging through like this, trying to find. And here, where is it? There it is. Penny's been in my ass. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this penny into circulation. And maybe one of you will get the opportunity to touch a penny that has been in my asshole. Facts, verbatim, confidence. Is it not so? And what I'll do here, for all of my friends, I'm going to stop this and just leave this as a little piece of artwork for people. And I'm going to come right back on here, and I'm going to name a new video, and you guys can jump on and we'll talk about something else. But this will be a little piece, a little delight, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So hope you enjoyed the story. And be confident, and be sincere, and be original, and enjoy yourself. Because, motherfucker, this life is what you